Hello, good people of the internet, and welcome back to my Let's Play series. Today, like I said last episode, I am going to be doing something very exciting indeed. I am going to be making an iron farm. I know, right? I've never actually made one of these, so it's quite exciting. I have built a portal back here so that I can go back to spawn because that's where I'm making it. Ow. That's rude. I'm making the Iron Phoenix by Tango Tek, I believe. Yeah, you don't have to make it at spawn. I could make it somewhere else because you can, well, it has an automatic setup. So if you go away, you can then just press a button and it will set itself back up again when you come back. But that takes 90 minutes and I don't have that much time. So what I've decided to do is make it at spawn anyway. And then I'm going to just pop over and collect the iron occasionally. So it'll be constantly generating iron, hopefully. At least that's the plan. Giddy on, look at this. I mean, it's not nostalgic for me because, like, it was only temporary and it was a bit of a dump. But, yeah, it's been a long time. So, the coordinates for true spawn are 48, 256. So, 48 is this way. 48, 250... Okay, it might be inside my building. That is no, it's in this wall, literally. Oh, giddy on, I still have quite a bit of junk in there. Okay, so I believe 48, 256. Yeah, that's it. This is the center of true spawn, right here. I think what I'm going to do is tear down this shack because it's going to be in the way. Yes, I think that's what I'll do. And then I'll actually get to placing some stuff down and it'll be exciting! Yay. And I'm actually going to do this at 120. I know it says 121, but if you look, I'm looking at 120. It's just going to make it slightly easier to get to. And all I'm doing is following Tango Tek's tutorial. So I'm facing north at the moment, and I now want to go out 16 blocks in either direction. So let me just... Oh, I need more... Oh. Never mind. 2, 3, 4... Now that I've done that, I just want to say I'm probably not going to get this done in one episode. Unless I turn into an editing wizard in the next couple of days. It's just not going to happen. So, now I want to build a 32 by 11 base at either end of this little T I've got going, and I'll get back to you. I slightly forgot to mention last episode that I've already gathered all of the resources required for this build. So, I mean, the hard work is still yet to come, but this took a while, like making all these pistons. The slimes were fine, slime blocks even, because I have a slime farm, hooray. I used most of my redstone building some of this, but again, stone bricks were easy because I have lots of stone. I cooked up lots of sand, that was pretty easy as well. The doors are a pain in the ass because I had to chop down like several dozen trees. Try to think how many, probably around 50 trees to get that. And then yeah, some other things and stuff, and it's very exciting. So what I'm going to do now is from the inside, I'm going to build up 2 blocks, and then put one there, get rid of these, because I don't need them, and I'm going to put 2 blocks there with a jack-o'-lantern, which of course you can't place without a block under it. I hate those things. Anyway, and then 1 block, oh I forgot my slime blocks, 1 second, and then 2 blocks, another jack-o'-lantern, and 2 more blocks. And that is incorrect because there are meant to be 2 slime blocks here. Haha! I'm really smart. I know what I'm doing. Thank goodness, because nobody else does. Okay, and then 2 blocks there. What I'm going to do is repeat that pattern all the way along over both of these, and then we'll get to the next step. Now that we've got that done, I apparently need to now build out a platform another 2 blocks up, sticking over the inside edge by 3 blocks. I probably want to make a little staircase here. Sticking over the edge by 3 blocks, and then out over nothingness by 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be 8 blocks long. Yep. And then, so that is going to be full length by 8 blocks. And then there's going to be a gap of 3. In fact, I'm just going to use this staircase, I think. Like so. And we're going to have a 10 by full length platform on this side, which is also going to stick out that way by 5 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And same on both sides basically. So I'm going to fill those in and then get back to you again. I just realised I hadn't actually thought about how I was going to get any villagers up here. But then there is a village down there, so I really hope it's still populated. Oh, big lag spike. Because if it is, it's going to make all of this a lot easier. And if it isn't... Oh, I see villagers. I see villagers. This is most excellent. Okay, right, I'm going to leave these guys alone. I'm going to run away very quickly so that they don't get eaten by zombies. But that is how it is looking at the moment. I haven't filled those platforms in yet, but it's getting there. It's certainly getting there. And thankfully I have a bed here so I can sleep and the monsters will all go away because I haven't lit that place up yet. There was I thinking I'd been all clever by getting all of the resources I needed before actually starting the project, and then it turns out I had forgotten to make my pistons sticky. So I'm just popping down here very quickly to make myself some sticky pistons. Hooray! As I was going to say, before I was rudely interrupted by my own stupidity, this is where all the fun starts. So, to begin with, we need to place pistons all along this side of the, well, this edge of that platform. And then we're going to put blocks in front of each of the pistons. And then we're going to put pistons on top of the blocks we just placed. And then put blocks in front of the pistons we just placed. Put blocks behind the pistons. And then pop redstone repeaters 1 block away from the block that the pistons are facing into, with Yaldi levers behind each one, turning them on. Having done the same on the other side, I realised I missed a little bit in the form of a redstone line, so having to put that back in. Well, not back in because it was never out, but never mind. Apparently, we now have the oh so joyous task of placing all the doors. So this is not going to be fun, but it has to be done. So, here we go. Quite honestly, I have got to the point in this build where I think it's just going to become stupidly complicated, and I'm not going to be able to explain it to you as I go along in any meaningful fashion. So I think what I'm going to do is just get on with building this, following the tutorial. And I might have said this before, but I'm going to put a link to Tango Tek's tutorial in the description so that you can build this yourself if you want to. But I think trying to record this from here on out mostly is just going to be a bit futile. So I will catch you in a bit where I've made some progress. Okie righty then, I have done a little bit more building. As you can see, I have redstone now. It's very exciting. So I'll catch you in a bit. And the final product, I don't quite 100% understand how it works, but yeah, so basically I've got exactly the same thing on both sides here, so the west and the east sides, and when this block gets a pulse from a button or some other source, 1 piston in this row extends, as you can see, and it just goes all the way up, and then when it gets to the end, a little bit of extra redstone circuitry is activated, and they all reset. So as you can see, they're extended up there. Basically, this block gets powered, and boom, they all get reset. So that is so that we can register one village. Register one village at a time, because there are 32 on this side and 32 on that side, so 64 villages altogether, and we're all hunky-dory. And at the moment, I'm just working on the initial registering system, so there's going to be a big glass tower up here, which a villager goes around in and does a village one by one. I'm getting there, and again, I'm just going to do a bit and then kind of explain what I've done, because trying to do it on camera is just about impossible when I'm tabbing out every 5 seconds to watch the tutorial. I've got to start one of these clips without saying alright then, or okay, or something of that nature. So here we go. I have made a bit more progress. I have done the loop, which the villager is going to go around in. There's a couple of little stop-offs that he's going to get caught at. There are some doors kind of floating in various places. I've also done this thing, which is going to hold a villager in a boat and launch him up to various places at various times. I don't yet currently understand quite why that is, well, why any of it is required. I kind of understand this one, but not the boat one. Never mind. But about, well, in the last clip, it was day 260, and basically I realised that I needed villagers, because the next step in building this farm is to get a villager in the boat in that little thingy. So I was like, oh darn, I only have 3 villagers, and I'm basically screwed because I don't have enough villagers to do this. So I went down and created a wee villager farm. I was very, very lucky in the sense that I had 3 villagers, which is what you need to make an infinite farm. And one of them was even a brown coat, so he could do the farming. Now, I let the game run, having made this little farm. It's really basic, which is why I didn't do it on camera. Basically, there's a farm, there's a brown coat and another villager, and a little hole in the ground which the babies run into, and then they get sent into a holding cell, which is just there. It looks like some villagers have escaped from my holding cell, but no big deal. So basically, I let it run for about 18 real-time hours, like human hours, which is why it's now day 320. And I got just a few villagers. Look at that! Voice crack. But honestly, I'm quite impressed at the number of villagers I got. I don't know what I'm going to do about the villagers which are loose. I think they're just going to run around and cause havoc, or they might get killed by zombies. I don't really care. But my plan for the rest of the episode is to create extra holding cells so that I can bring out the villagers from this initial one bit by bit, sort them out into their various groups. I'm going to send all of the nitwits up to the farm to populate the iron farm. And then I'm also going to create a villager trading hall, probably in this immediate area somewhere at some point. But I want to get some of the better villagers who have better trades and keep them somewhere safe so that I can use them again later. Alright, I think I've just about captured or recaptured all of the villagers which escaped, which is good. And I've created holding cells before. It's actually quite easy. So basically what I do is put a fence gate down and then create a little chute which they can travel up, and then what I want to do is power the fence gate really quickly. So I do that with what I think is called a monostable circuit, which is very, very simple, easy to make, and it basically involves a single piston, a single repeater, and a button, which I don't have on me. Okay, I can use a wooden one. So when you press this button, it shortens the pulse so that it's very quick, and the fence gate opens and closes really quickly, and it allows only a few villagers in. So what I'm going to do now is run inside. I just realised that these villages are not safe. Okay, we'll do that for now. What I'll do is run inside now and destroy one of the blocks that's in there and place some ice and some signs, and then we should be hunky-dory and ready to go. Alright, an executive decision has been made. Basically what I'm going to do is have the villagers come up this chute here, move across literally like 2 blocks, and then fall into another containing cell just here. So I'm going to create the second containing cell. It does not need to be that high. And then I'll get back to you. This is not going to be the prettiest thing in existence, but it's going to be functional. That's the main thing. So once I get rid of these, and that, I can then quickly get out. Oh, no, maybe not. I can get out, and then this is going to carry on a little bit. Let's just, okay, I can't put blocks there for some reason, never mind. Let's just put corners in. Get out of the way. Okay, and now we just need a sign there. And some lights so that things don't spawn and kill them all. Like so. And then we just need water there. There we go. And that's going to wash all of the villagers into this next cell. Now I only want about 5 or 6 in this cell at a time, because what I'm going to do from here is get 1 villager at a time out, and then I'm going to be able to decide where I want them to go. So that's the bulk cell, this is the less bulk cell, and then I'm going to have a cell for villagers I want to keep, and a cell of villagers that I couldn't really care less about, but I'll keep anyway. And then a cell for nitwits, which I will then gradually transport them from to the iron farm. So just to test this out, I'm going to press the button, and then hopefully some villagers will come up this water stream. Nope. Oh, I've just ruined it again. How am I going to get out of here? Hey, I'm out. That was a miracle. Okay. So in theory, now that I've placed the water in there and only just got out of my life, I should be able to press this button and some villagers will come up the water stream. Please come up the water stream. Why aren't you working? I didn't want to do that. I'm going to place these the opposite way around so that there's a repeater there. And now maybe... Yeah! Oh, giddy on. Oh, giddy on. Oh dear. Okay. I was not expecting them to come out with such force. That was unfortunate. Alright, well, I've still got a sensible number in there. These guys can just, I guess, be. I really want to get him inside, though. Please don't all run out. Okay, I've got the nitwit. That's all I care about. Having just grabbed more stone bricks to make this possible, the idea now is to create another holding cell, which is hopefully only going to have 1 villager at a time inside. And I'm going to achieve this by creating something like exactly the same as I've done in there, just in this one. So with a water stream pushing them into this fence gate, and then a sign to stop the water flowing, and you know, it's just stuff like that, and it's just going to be hunky-dory. So if I could just place that on there, that would be perfect. And then more stone bricks. Yeah. And then we'll bring this out to... Oh, why not? About there. And here. There we go. And then what we need to do now is place the water, but also make a little thingy that will allow them to just float across and not escape. So something there, and then 2 blocks up. There we go. Now just a single water bucket. There? No, okay, this isn't going to work. I need it 1 block higher. That's fine though. Let's just get out of here. And then we need 1 more sign and 1 more water source. Just like that. And voila! We have ourselves another holding cell, except I need to do the redstone for the fence gate, but that should be fine. So, in theory, hopefully, when I press this button now, I'm going to get 1 villager come into this next holding cell. It's all a matter of just reducing the number of villagers you've got in each place. There we go, 1 villager, perfect. So from here on out, we can now decide where we want this guy to go. And, I mean, he's a weaponsmith, and his trade is 21. I don't actually know whether that is a good weaponsmith trade or not. What's this guy? Butcher, 16. I have no idea. But I'm not going to be trading that many coal, because I like coal. So he'll probably go in the pile of whatever you call them, villagers that I don't really care about. This place is looking truly beautiful. So many random bits of dirt and stone brick and other random, weird, pointless things. I will make it look pretty one day when I've got slightly less villagers to try and work around, but for now it's functional, so I'm going to leave it. So my clever plan is to have 3 fence gates in this cell, and then depending on where I want the villager to go, into which holding cell, I will open a different fence gate. And these are just going to be probably manually powered because I don't really have the space or time or resources to make it otherwise. For a second then, I thought I'd lost all my villagers in a freak accident. And then I realised they were all just bunching up in the corners. I was quite scared for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the concrete jungle. It is a bit of a mess, I will admit. But I have it finished, I think. I just don't have a way of easily activating these fence gates. So every time I press that button, I'm going to have to come in here, see what the villager is, decide where I'm going to put him, and this cell here is for the villagers I want to keep. And this one over here is for the nitwits. And then this one over here is for villagers I'm not sure about. This one, I'm not entirely sure what to do with it. I should probably put in a fence gate thing before I start filling it up, because otherwise it's going to make it impossible. So let me just do that quickly. The reason I want to do that is so that I can get the nitwits out easily and transport them off to the iron farm. So I need that, and no, I don't need comparators. I need fence gates. Where are my fence gates? Alright, to round the episode up, I think I'm going to pop a fence gate in here. Or maybe I should do it the other way. I don't know if baby zombies can fit through that gap. No, I'm going to hope that they can't. It doesn't really matter if they can, because then they're not going to grow up and then be able to swim up here, and there's protection. There's protection, it's fine. So, now, weaponsmith for 21 coal. Let me just Google, see if 21 is a good trade. Short answer, no it is not. So, I'm going to send him... yeah, I think I'm going to send him... Oh, a villager's dying! A villager's dying! No! Wait. What? I swear they turned into zombie villagers when they were killed like that. That's really odd. That's really odd indeed. That is extremely odd. Oh well. So, I lost a villager there. What a shame. Never mind. I think quite a few escaped actually, because I seem to remember having about 200. Now I only have 190? To end this episode, I'm going to send this villager off to his ultimate fate. And I believe it's either a toss-up between the nitwits or the ones I don't really care about. I think he even might go in the nitwits one. So, here goes. Let me just get a water bucket and place that down. Off you go. See you, mate. And there we go. We have a villager in the nitwits holding cell. And I am going to do this for most of the rest of the villagers now. I'm going to try and sort them out into their various types. And then I shall do the next episode. I'll load a couple of villagers into there, make some progress, and then, yeah, it's going to be beautiful. But thank you very much for watching this here episode. I hope it wasn't too boring. In fact, half of it was just me faffing around with this place. Yeah, sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!